Today we're going to seriously increase the amount of steel that we're getting. Like, loads, I hope. Probably. Let's see. Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to my OpenTTD Let's Play. Now, last time I said I was going to empty out all of the coal from this place and from down here at the Coal Hub North drop-off, because we've managed to buy ourselves a power station so that we can drop it off directly and not have to deal with all the trucks moving it down the road that was here over to this, the nearest power station. And almost immediately after I spent millions on that and the episode ended, the game decided to put a power station right there. Right there. It's actually almost within the coverage by 1 square. I could have just moved that station down by a square instead of spending millions on a new power station. But hey ho, it's all done now. So now all the trains will be dropping off here and they'll be dropping off directly to there, making better money. Jobs are good and that's brilliant. Today we're going to be looking at iron ore and getting more steel. But before we do that, I got a comment. And if I remember correctly, they've spotted a mistake on this station here. Now, have a look at this, pause it, see if you can see what the mistake is, and put a comment. Pause it now if you haven't done it. And, right, okay, so, what's actually missing is exit signals on the end of the platforms. Here. If you don't have exit signals on the end of the platforms, the signals going in here means the trains count the entire station as one block. And if there's one train in there, it won't fill up trains on the other platforms. That's why there's a train sat here waiting. And if we unpause the game now, you see that train moves off and it's going to go into platform 2. There we go. So that's that thing sorted. And so let's crack on with what we're doing today. So what we're doing today is that we've got this kind of iron ore hub north up here where we've got 1, 2, 3, 4... 5 iron ore mines, and then we're bringing in 2 more up there. There's a potential to connect more later, but we'll get round to that later. Now down here there was masses of iron ore mines. I think there was 5 together here, but the number of them have closed down sadly. And there was one over here, but we've got another one that's opened up, and then I think there's one down there and couple down here as well. So we're going to create a south hub. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get a train station in here. We're going to get 4 tracks of length 6 because that is enough to capture all of those no problem. And I just need to refresh my memory about which way the tracks are going in this Let's Play because I always forget which way I'm doing it. So we're coming in that way round and out. Okay. I kind of want to follow the same convention. Yep, that's in. It doesn't always matter if you don't follow the same convention all the time, but I do find things tend to be a little bit easier if you do. So because this is a Ro-Ro station, just like the one that I made the mistake on previously, and by the way, well done if you also spotted that, we're going to have a little gap at the end there for me to be able to put the signals in. 1 signal here, and then I'm just going to cut that little bit of hillside out there and get a nice double depot in here. Now because this is a loading station, I'm going to have a double depot on the exit as well. And then we'll bring these together somehow. Yep, we're going to keep that one straight and we're going to make this one change. There we go. Okay, so that is how that's going to work. And whilst we're building this, I kind of want to get some trains up and moving. So we're going to clone that train there. and we'll adjust its orders and we'll get it going. We've got 8 million in the bank account now, so we've got a lot of stuff that's coming in, a lot of money that's coming in, and we can build a lot whilst paused. So we're going to try and bring it up to the steel hub. Now that steel hub in, I think we need a second station for steel hub in 2, basically. We're going to do a 4-track station, and in's going to be that way, so out's going to be that way, so I can put that there. There we go. And oh, it's just behind the label, so I'm going to just use X for the transparency options momentarily. And because it's a railroad station, we need a bit of track on the exit. Let's get our signals in there. And a signal going in. And we'll put double depots, and it's only a drop-off station, so I'm not going to put depots on the exit. And after a train length, we'll have a wiggle here. There we go. That should keep things moving pretty smooth. So that's where we're going to. We're going to go from here and full load. Then we're going to go down here and unload. And I want to get those trains going as soon as possible so that those iron ore mines don't close down. Ideally, what I probably should have done is a basic service, getting the iron ore from there and just taking it to like the closest place possible. Now, speaking of close places, Exeter's close, and now we've got a lot of money, we can start doing things like funding new buildings, just to try and give the place a bit of a kickstart, because I think we're a little bit behind on that. So we've got plenty of money. But we might not have plenty of money soon, because we're going to be building a railway line across the top here. And it's probably just going to keep going diagonally until we get somewhere around here. And then we're going to have to come down and almost join this railway. And we're going to have to watch out here, because we've got a railway line that we was building or getting ready for the main Exeter entrance here. And it was going to go between these two towns. And now it looks like we've got a new power station being built. So I don't know whether this line would hit the power station. No, it doesn't hit the power station. So what it'd be nice, and we've got, like I said, we've got the money to do it. So I'm going to hold control and do some diagonal digging. Is that's where we're going to go into... Hey? Yep, I misclicked. I was like, something's not right there. There we go. That's where we're going to use a line to get into the north of Exeter. And then the other line, we want to come down, leave a gap if possible, and then come right next to it. But I don't know if we're going to have... Yeah, to get past this town here, we're going to have actually come alongside the line. Get rid of a couple of bits of road as well. So when I'm building a long line like this, I don't always just start at one end and work my way across. Sometimes I go and look to see where the problem or more difficult areas might be, like getting it past a town or in between some industries, and then I figure out what we're going to do. So I know that that line will work there. It's going to come across here and just fork off somewhere around Bristol. Oh, I've just also realised that this is going to be a 4-track line in the future, and the local authority refuses me to allow to move that house. We need more space. Trees? What's the situation with trees around here? We've got quite a lot of trees. The local authority think we are appalling. That's not great. That is definitely not good. Let's just whack a load of trees in there and change it from appalling to good. There we go. Now we can get this other line, because this middle line here, that's going to be part of the London to Exeter expansion in the future. Okay, so I'll take it out now because it's just going to cost us maintenance otherwise. But this is where the two lines are going to come in from Iron Ore Hub South, as it's going to be named. I haven't named it yet, but it will be. So now we can get past that town. We're going to have to do something about the hillside there. Okay, brilliant. So then we've got something to connect up to. Just make sure, yeah, look. It's here. Okay. Yeah, I think starting off diagonally will be good. We'll come down here, go between those towns, try and get above Holsworthy, and then we'll be in the right direction. So kind of, I mean, there's a steel mill here, so ideally we want to be just above that steel mill, and I don't know if that's going to get us close enough, but you know what? I'm going to try. I'm going to try. We'll see how close it gets us. So we're going to start right next to this steel mill. I'm going to get as close as possible to the steel mill. And of course we're just going to tease the steel mill by taking all of this iron ore past it. And we're going to just build out from there. See, I'm just building from the problem place to where I want to be on both sides, and then working my way around that. So now we're going to go a little bit further. Try and keep in the land level for now, because the land height variation around here is not massive. It only goes up and down by 2 or 3 squares, so it looks like we're going to get across the top of this town, so that's good. Whether we get over the top of Wadebridge, I have no idea, but we will see. Yeah, we're going to get past that one, no problem. And then, ooh, there's a big height change over here. Does it go back down again? Probably. Yes, it does go back down again. Okay, I didn't see that height change. I might have done something different if I had seen it, but I didn't. So we're just going to go through. On this occasion, we're just going to go straight through the hill. Like that. There we go. And we've still got 6 million in the bank. Now we can see where we're coming. We're going to hit the town. So we're going to have to either wiggle up and go across the top here and join in, or wiggle down and go across through the middle here. And I think an up wiggle is going to be better because we're going to hit less land issues. So let's put that bit of line in through here now. There we go. So there's the problem place. This is where we are. And then we just link all those bits up that we've worked out. Wants to be as direct as possible. And there we go. Looks like this area here is pretty flat. Let's hide those trees again. There we go. I do prefer the look of OpenTTD with trees. I just find it more difficult to construct when there's trees. Okay, how long's that? That's an 8 length bit of track there, so we're not going to slow our trains down. And then here, looks like we might just have a tiny bit of land in the way. Yep, just the smallest bit. And there we go. Brilliant. Okay, so we've managed to get this this station hooked up to about halfway, I think. Probably not halfway. I'm being optimistic. So this is iron ore. Now, how did I do the other one? I just did... Oh, iron ore hub north. Okay. Hub south. There we go. So that's iron ore hub south. Connected in. We need to do the signals, but that's not a problem. We need to connect this to that now, and there's a nice little straight bit we can come straight down here. There's that power station. Yeah, we have to be careful going past this power station. But are we going to get under it? Okay, yeah, we're going to get under it, no problem. No problem there. So then we need to either go up and down on the land or make ourselves a little trench. And you know what little trench it is? It cost us 2 million for that little trench. You know what? It provides us with a nice straight, big important line. Now if it was a big hillside, I definitely wouldn't have trenched through there. But the land height changes are pretty minimal. Again, it's relatively flat round here. I mean, what's the biggest land height change? Okay, 7. Okay, right in the middle there. But for the most part, it's 2 or 3. Maybe 4. So we're getting all the way from the bottom hub there. We've got... Is this bit connected? It's connected to the wrong thing. Brilliant. That's the railway line that's supposed to be going to Exeter. Well, that was silly of me. This is the line that's coming in for the iron ore. And I think that's going to just go straight into the side. Oh no, it just sneaks under. Wow. I thought that was going to hit the power station, but... Oh, hang on. Does it hit the power? Yeah, it does hit the power station. So we're going to have to go around the power station. Which is a little bit of a shame. But it's not too bad. So we'll come up from here. And then we'll just have a wiggle. Wiggles are fine. There's nothing wrong with a little wiggle. There we go. As long as you don't have too many wiggles too close to each other. There we go. So we come down there, round the power station, alongside our Exeter to London main line. And then we get to Bristol. So once we get to Bristol, we just need to try and get up to our iron ore mine there. And I think... we're just going to have to plan a gap between all of these towns and just plough our way through. So let's unpause the game for a little while because we want our money to go up a little bit. Ideally, we want to get round this body of water or go across maybe here. There's a good opportunity for a bridge around Lindsay. And to be honest, we get past all these industries okay by going up through roughly there. So that's a good spot to go. Now, what if we continue that on? We get past all these towns. We don't really hit anything until we get to Shipton, sort of Telford sort of area. But then we need to make an adjustment to the route anyway, so maybe we can then adjust up. Okay, that looks good. We'll do that. So, how I'm going to connect this up? I think... should we come round the top of Bristol? Yeah, we're going to come over the top of Bristol like this. Now, originally, I did want to integrate Bristol with this line that we've put in down here, but I'm not sure about that for a few reasons. Firstly, it's smaller than what I thought it was going to be, and secondly, we've ended up having these depots here, so I'm not quite sure how I would do it. Maybe I could put a station and have it come out and connect down here with the junction. I'm not sure. Then maybe we can have a London to Bristol dedicated line. Okay, let's carry on this bit. And because this next bit is going to be just pretty much straight up, I'll get that dug out, I'll get that put in, and then I will see you once it's done. Well then, that has all been done, and we've got more trains now coming into Iron Ore Hub South, because soon these first trains are going to get filled up and then they're going to get transported away. So what we're going to do is go to the local authority and just do statute of company owners in both of these two towns, just to cover all of the potential local authority coverage for these places. Now, once these trains leave Iron Ore Hub south, they'll go along this line, have a little diagonal, a little wiggle, come right through this part of the country, through the kind of slightly big hill, join up and go alongside our Exeter London line like I just showed you. But then from that point we'll go north, and we just pretty much go straight north with a couple of little left-hand kinks here and there, and then a final big one that brings us into Steel Hub in south. I'll just rename that to Steel Hub in south. And really, this one should be renamed north. Okie dokie. So all of that steel's on its way. Everything for that line is completely done, except for the fact that we've got no depots on that line, and also we need to hook up a shuttle service to bring things into the south hub. So what bit are we going to do first? Well, I think let's get this shuttle service in, and then we can deal with other things later. So what's the station spread? I think is 12. So we're not got a lot of room for a drop-off station here, but we've got just enough room for a 2-track drop-off. Okay, it just fits in. So we'll do that like this. And we may need further drop-off stations in other parts of this hub, but then we'll get clever about the way that we're connecting it up. But for now, we're not going to be clever. Oh no, we're not going to be clever. Right, so a depot leading, double depot before the station. And with signals leading into that block, signals leading out of each platform. And then this just wants to come along here, and I think we're going to hit these houses. I'm not sure, it's close. I think we got away with that. We did. We got away with that. And then we're going to do a 3-track pickup station here. Now let's see. So we're going to be coming straight in from this line. We'll just figure this out as we go. And then something like that. Now the downside with that is we've not got enough room for a double depot here. But we could get at least one depot in, which will probably be enough. There we go. And because once again, we're doing rows for all of these. Rows are generally the best sort of station to do. Terminus stations, they're nowhere near as efficient. You can build very efficient terminus stations, don't get me wrong. But for ease and space and all of those factors, rows are just so much better in so many ways. Right, we've got signals going down the line that way and signals going down the line that way. That's that one done, which is absolutely brilliant. So we're going to clone one of these trains. We're going to tell it to full load over here. Oh no! Why? Why me? Oh my goodness. The iron ore mines disappeared. I can't believe that. I prioritised putting that station in over doing the depots because I was worried that one of them would go, and one of them did. Right, never mind. We're going to transfer on this side. So we're only bringing one over, which really is not good. I just cloned that train, but it looks very, very different. What? What happened there? Where is that train? Let's get rid of that. Right, set that on its way. So the train comes out. Its capacity is iron ore. Okay, let's try and clone it again then. Clone this train. Why does that train look completely different? Oh, is it because it's using a new type of wagon that's available? What's its capacities? Iron ore. You know what? I'm not going to complain. Whatever you want to do, mate. It's fine. That's interesting. Let's have a look at it coming out. Yep, looks completely different. Well, that is a bitter disappointment there for the iron ore trains. I could have sworn we had I think we had 5 round there and a couple round here. We probably had about 7 or 8 in this vicinity that we could have collected iron ore from towards the beginning of the game, and we're down to 4. There is one more down here, and there is another one somewhere all the way over here, which is not great. Not great at all. So we're going to have to think of a different way of bringing more in. Or can we prospect for new industries? I can't remember what I said for this. Fund new industries. We can only do... Oh no, iron ore, man. We can prospect for one. So if I prospect for one, it's going to cost me 2 million. And that means I don't... If you prospect for it, it means you don't know where it's going to be. It could be anywhere on the map. Well, now I've failed with that and that iron ore mine closed, one of the things we should probably do is go to the local authority in Redruth and build a statue of the company owner to get better ratings. And I'm going to put depots on that line between episodes because I want to go along and put depots in. Probably what I'll do is at these wiggle points, I will extra wiggle, and then that will allow me then to do double depots. Like this. We won't do a depot off the line because I don't think the throughput really needs it. But double depots do help with the speed, because if you've got a lot of trains that want to use that depot, then you know, one in, one out at the same time is fantastic. And I think that's a good distance actually. So I'll do ones like that. I'll look for opportunities. So I'll probably put one here. Maybe one round there, one over here probably, and then, you know, here and yeah. Well, there are some more iron ore mines around here. I can see there's 2 on the screen. Let's have a look at the map. Let's have a look at the world map and just to see where more iron ore mines are in this sort of vicinity. So let's turn the town names off, industries on. We want to highlight just iron ore mines. Oh yes, that's not good. Okay, so there is 4 at the hub that we've connected up, 1 at the very end and 1 just in the middle here. But if we come a little bit further along, there's quite a few round there. And I'm thinking maybe we do a new hub, like a Bristol ore hub. We can call it Bristol because these lines fork off at Bristol, but there's 2 right next to each other here, which makes me think if I put a hub in there, then there are a few nearby. There are a few nearby. He says, not find any more. So there's this one here. So that would be 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 round here. We can check that on the world map. Yep. Or the other option is that we put something roughly in this space here, where there isn't an iron ore mine, but around it there is 1, 2, 3, 4 directly nearby. 2 across the water if we want to bring them from over the water, and 2 further to the south. I'm almost tempted just to go with these ones because the amount of effort involved is a lot less. We'll see. We'll see. That can be an upgrade we do to this line after I've got the depots in. So overall, that's gone. I mean, the line went in well, but it's been a bit of a disaster. The fact that they've all disappeared, and hopefully they won't keep disappearing now that we've actually got services in there. As the game goes forward, we're going to need to add more trains to this because it's going to take them forever to get down this line. I can't wait until we start magleving this system up. And we're also going to need to look at probably a more efficient station. We may need to quad up this line, like we did with the goods line. So here we are, we've quadded up the goods line. We may need to do that with the steel. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see. How are all the trains doing down the main line? Are they making good money? It's January, so let's look last year. Yeah, they're all making quite a few thousand there, and there's so many trains, so many people and passengers there. You can see, look, there's 3,500 people at Peterborough Station. So that's that line probably needs some more trains on it too. Speaking of passengers and trains, next episode we're going to bring in probably the next main line, and then we're going to start building out some of these lines and making the existing lines better. So at the moment, our line that goes up the country is just a dual line. I think that's okay due to how busy it is. I'm not sure, but the London to Exeter line I think is going to be a bit more busy. So that's why that one's going to be a quad. And we're going to have another London line, like I mentioned previously. We're going to get it to come out and go to Birmingham, which we're going to get a lot of passengers at. And then probably, did I say Manchester? So I'm a little bit disorientated. So Manchester is there. There's Manchester. So I think that might need to be a quad line as well. And that one's going to be tricky to get across the country. We're probably going to have to come next to Dudley through here. Big junction somewhere outside of Birmingham, near Dickens Heath, and then bring it down and round into London, wherever that is. Yeah, gonna have to do a bit of planning. What I might even do is plan that line out between episodes so that we can get it stuck in next time. But that is all for this time. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. I've enjoyed recording it and playing. I do always enjoy some OpenTTD. If you want to see some live OpenTTD, then please come along to my live streams. And you can find out when they're happening by either getting the notification bell on YouTube, following on Twitch, or coming over to the Discord and keeping an eye out on the announcements channel. Of course, my schedule for when the live streams are out is on my website, masterhellish.net. There's the address. I will see you all soon. For now, that's all. Take care and goodbye.